after the fires in the Palisades and Altadena, you got this sense that they were going to hold Gavin Newsom and Mayor Bass, Karen
Mhm.
Bass, accountable. But nothing has happened in that regard. There's been no recall effort for either. I don't see a lot of progress happening in either of those communities in terms of cleanup and rebuilding. So is the opening there real for you? Do you
Right.
think, the momentum is with you?
Yes, but I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I say this all the
Right.
time. It's not like suddenly everyone's going to wake up and say, "What have we been doing? Voting Democrat." Now, obviously, we need change, and big majorities in California on all the polls for years now have been whatever. However, the question's phrased is the state's going in the wrong direction, need a new direction, etc. So 50, 60% on those numbers. And recently, in the last couple of months, you've had, I think it's 3 polls saying nearly 50, 48%, 47%, 49% would vote for a Republican governor. So, things are changing, but that's just a poll, right? On the
Right.
fires, first thing I want to say is actually, I was involved in a recall effort for Karen Bass with Nicole Shanahan. So Nicole Shanahan was Bobby Kennedy's running mate, fantastic.
Mhm.
Got to know her in the last few months, and we both felt that that actually, if we can really bring this moment of accountability for this absolute catastrophic failure, and the fires really captured what's been going wrong. This terrible combination of ideology and incompetence. That's
Yes.
really because on the ideological front, the reason the fires were so bad was because of the climate extremism and the environmental the ideological, for years, policies that stopped the clearing of brush, the protection of those areas, and managing those areas in a sensible way. You had bureaucracies fining residents for clearing the brush from their own property, trying to protect,
Uh,
literally
it-
fining them. And you
It's
had the
insane.
right, and you have the California Air Resources Board. 25 years ago, this is really a very decisive factor. Published a new air quality management, policy that stopped controlled burns in the area. So that's the ideology, and then of course the total incompetence. We don't need to go into that, but Nicole and
Right.
I felt, and Nicole really was leading on this. Said, look, if we can bring accountability now, when it's such an egregious failure, then that's a really good first step in bringing change to California. If we can show that we can beat the Democrat machine.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.